I don't know anymore. I feel like I do complain a lot.
Nah, you don't really complain a lot.
But it's true though.
No, it isn't.
It is though.
No.
How are you so sure?
The only thing you complain a lot is about the Wi-Fi, and that's it right now. The
That's
rest
just
is
to
just
you
like
guys.
you're just talking about stuff that you like or not.
That's just you guys. To my parents, I complain about every time when I see them. I just complain. Hence why sometimes even a whole week has went by and I've yet to say even a single word to them. Because I just couldn't deal with people who can't even understand how I like. Sometimes my reactions, people take it the opposite way when in reality, it just depends on my mood. Like sometimes when people are talking about something excited, I just say, People are like, sheesh, tough crowd. And I was like, okay, I get it. In reality, it's not that I don't understand them. It's just that I just don't get it. I'm pretty sure, as you know, I don't know much. Like movies, actors, animes, I know nothing.
No, I know.
So when people are talking about something exciting and I'm not
days
even,
ago.
and I don't even know about it, of course my reaction's not going to be that much. What do they expect? But apparently people expect huge reactions from me. Or like if something sad happened and I just said, they might think I'm not even showing that much appreciation or emotion. I am known to be the heartless one in my class, after all. So this is fine.
That's stupid. That doesn't really mean anything. Like the heartless of the class. That like what the most whatever thing I just heard. Like screw that. Like, are you friends with anyone in the class?
Honestly, the last 2 years of my like the last 2 years of my middle school, the class, my classmates, they were fine on the like early like the first half of the first year, basically middle school. I only stay in middle school for 5 years. 3 years you're in different classes. You switch to varying your grade, like how like what your ranking is in the overall test. But on the last 2 years, which is the 4th year and the 5th year, you're sticking with your classmates. And yeah, the first half of my 4th year, which is the where I start staying with the same class, they were fine, just fine. But then when one person in our class decided to run away, that's when it started to change. They start sitting in their own groups, and I'm just the lone one in class. So when there's substitute teachers coming over, of course being substitutes, and since they just started going into this job, like into this school, because they've learned before being teachers, they of course have to go through their own classes to become teachers. So when they become substitutes and happen to substitute my class and just happen to see me sitting in the corner all alone in that one group and in that one line of groups of tables, the substitute teacher's first question is, are they bullying you? I didn't say anything. I just stayed silent. And then those douchebags, they had the gulls to say they're my friends. It's laughable, honestly. Of course, I had to put up a front, but under my table, I was actually breaking my pen in half. So do you understand the amount of anger I had? Just shielding away my anger with the front I had to put up. They tease me a lot, And even the guys, when I'm just trying to fix the sleeve of my uniform, they couldn't keep their eyes off for some reason. And then I am named the teacher's pet just because recess I don't really eat. I go to the restroom and then go straight to class, or just go to the teacher's lounge room, find said teacher who will be teaching us after recess, asking the location of the class, and I just sat there waiting. Because yeah, we have this thing of teachers actually locking up doors. So I would either be outside the class, or that if the teacher already gave me the keys, I open the door and I put my stuff on my seat and clean up, because I have this inkling of wanting to clean up because of how dusty the class can be. And I would also be the one to having to fetch my classmates every time when they're late. And that's at least like 2 out of 3 of the time. They're like a good amount of them. Actually, yeah, a good amount of them are always late. And I have to be the one to fetch them. And since again, there are times when classes are moved to different classes, they don't know, because yeah, they just wait in front of the usual class, and the teacher told me to fetch them. Or she will go fetch them and I'll just continue cleaning. But most of the time, I will have to go fetch them. This is fine. And there was this one time where the teacher misunderstood, saying I'm the one who's late, when in reality I had to fetch my classmates. Do you see the amount of annoyance I had to deal with the entirety of those 2 years dealing with them? Do you see? I'm surprised I haven't. Actually, I have snapped. Because my country, it's rare to find students who are actually very good at English. And I'm basically top of in just my class alone in English. So during English, they would act like little puppies wanting answers from me. I would either ignore them or just pretend to even care. But most of the time, I just want them to just shut up and just leave me alone. They would buddy with me, sadly, buddy with me with English. But there was one time when I had to keep an eye on the class during English, because our teacher, she's not just a normal teacher. She's one of the higher ups in school. She's like the one who leads the curricular. So she had to deal with some stuff. So she left me in charge. And they had the galls to not even pay attention when I'm trying to help them. So I got so frustrated that I just sat back down in my seat. And in my head, I kind of cursed, saying, I hope you guys fail English in your final exams. That's how angry I was. Trying to be nice to help teach them, but when they didn't want to pay attention, then screw them. I honestly miss... The only friends I have are in different classes. And apparently, I am that kid. I'm apparently kind of popular I am kind of popular, but not in the way you think. I'm just popular because of how big my backpack is. Like, how heavy it is. Because I always bring the textbooks that is needed.
That's an interesting thing to be popular with. That's an interesting thing to be popular with. Because your backpack's big.
Yeah. And it's also very heavy. Even the teachers can't even carry my backpack. And I just carry it around with ease.
Oh, I didn't know you're built differently like that right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, I am very infamous for my backpack. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, even the teachers have a hard time just trying to pick up my backpack. It's kind of funny. I carry it around with ease every day, and then they can't even keep it lifted up for more than a minute. I just find it funny. I'm also pretty artsy because yeah, I really love to draw. I always bring around a book that I like to draw in whenever I feel like it. I remember drawing Zekrom and Reshiram, and I kind of like how they look.
Was or is serious? Hello, Twilight.
Hmm?
I also draw on paper. Sadly, I just draw bad, but oh well. What can I do, I guess?
Everyone has to start somewhere, Dad. I will say everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah, I try to make like I try sometimes to like draw like some kind of character or something, but like it always becomes weird. It starts, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense in theory, but then like as time goes on, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's just how it is for every drawing.
Yeah,
It started off
yeah,
nice and
like
it
that.
started to go off the radar, like off the line so fast. Also, welcome back, Snow. We're just talking about my miserable life in those last 2 years of middle school. Also, not only that, but not only my backpack is heavy, but I always overthink. You know how I always told you that I overthink? So I will always have a lot of extra stuff. Like I have a lot of pencils with me because, yeah, people like to since people like to write with pens. I have this I have this itch of even thinking about writing in pen, unless it is really necessary, like essays. But when it comes to drawing, I don't like drawing with a pen, so I always have pencils on me, at least like 5 or 6 pencils. I remember one time where I actually bring a full-on box of pencils.
Okay.
Like a whole box of pencils. You wanna know what's worse? You wanna know what's worse? My classmates seem to have
Yeah.
no conscience about bringing pencils. Like, what kind of fool are you to not bring a pencil when there's literally art class on that very day? Like, seriously, what kind of
Like,
fool are you
people
for
are
not bringing a
dumb to
pencil
forget
during
about
art
stuff right now.
class on that very day?
Some people just forget stuff.
Forget, huh? Every class. Reina, can I borrow your pencil? Reina, can I borrow
Okay,
your
not every
eraser?
class.
Reina, can I
Sometimes
borrow
happens,
your
but not every-
ruler? Even my teacher just looks at me, is like, do you have a whole stationery shop in your house? My teacher, like, there's,
Right,
I
it
actually
should be
do
a business,
adore
you know?
some of my teachers, like my art teacher. I adore her. I adore my English teachers. Like, they feel bad to know that I carry out a lot, like I carry a lot of stuff just because I am always overthinking. Even she's like, do I have a whole stationery shop?
Start
in my
asking for
house?
money for people because of that.
It annoys them. It annoys them to know that I have to carry a lot of stuff just because my classmates even keep forgetting even the measly of things. Because even they always told me, I need to stop bringing too much stuff because I'm gonna put a lot of burden on my shoulders. In reality, I already have a lot of burden on my shoulders. Just that backpack is basically nothing to the amount of stuff I already have to go through. I don't know why, but bringing that big backpack, it actually makes me feel at ease. Yeah, my shoulders hurt at times, but honestly, it makes me feel at ease. Yeah,
Okay.
I have the tendency to bring
Did you cut yourself a lot?
Hmm?
Did you cut yourself a lot? I'm asking if you injured. I'm asking you if you injured yourself a lot or not.
Well, not literally bandages. It's literally
Or just like in the
Band-Aids.
chest that,
Just band-aids.
like what? Like straight up bandages? Like, oh, band-aids. Okay, I mean that's fine, I guess. I thought it was actual bandages, like.
I actually, there are times when I actually did want to ask my mom for bandages that I could carry around. But then it's like, you know what, that's a bit too much. I should just be happy with just band-aids. But there were accidents here and there. There's also times when there's shots, like you know, the doctors or nurses coming over just to
Needle
give us
shot?
shots.
Okay.
There was one time where one of the teachers that are also substitutes, like that teacher's been around in that school for years, but she just happens to be a substitute because our class's teacher is not around, or we have yet to have a teacher for that subject at that time since the previous teacher either left or was busy, or on leave for pregnancy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So the teachers at that time got a shot, and she forgot to take a band-aid, and I just happened to have a band. Like just the textbooks for the subjects that are there for today. Well, for that day. But apparently, because of the amount of stuff I have, people think I brought all the textbooks with me. Like all of them. In reality, that is not even gonna fit in my bag. Actually, it can if I don't have the other stuff in it. I also carry around an umbrella. There was one time where let's see, what else did I carry in my backpacks? Other than the immense amount of notebooks, because I also like to just doodle around when I feel like it, and also the drawing, so I also have a sketchbook in my backpack. Oh yeah,
You seem to be ready for every situation.
Huh?
You seem to be ready for every situation the way you're talking about that.
It's just that I think at that time, our class, for some reason to me, it felt like the amount of classes are a bit lackluster because teachers are always busy. So I would always have time to just either draw or just doodle around while my class is being very noisy. Also, one of the reasons why I'm called teacher's pet, I'm always silent. Like every time teacher passes by, they would see me just simply doodling and just drawing. And then my classmates will all just be chattering with each other. No one is chattering with me because again, I am the lonely one in the corner. They're always in groups. They're not alone. They're always in groups. Unless their group mates are not around. I honestly laugh whenever they struggle in English. I try to help. Not a single one decides to be nice. I struggle in my own language. It's just that our mom, as in me, Nora, and Ace, our mom already told us, already showed, influenced us with English since we were literally little. Like, the very first thing she showed us is basically storybooks, and they're in English. And then Disney movies. And also little songs she would sing to us when we were little. Hence where I got the whole loving to sing and draw. She also draws a lot. Like, our mom actually draws a lot, and she used to sing us lullabies, and that's where I got my love for singing and drawing. But I will say, between me and Nora, she has more perks from our mom. She's more housewifey. I am not. Because she's at least acceptable in the kitchen. I made a disaster in the kitchen. She knows how to sew. Do not leave me with a pin and a needle. I am still scared of needles. Like, even just a single look at them, I would have shivers all over me. That's how much I don't like needles. I'm pretty sure Snow is just listening in on this story. But I was always told that apparently
Snow seemed to be chilling there.
Yeah. Also, I was always told, my schoolmates, yeah, I do have some friends